I'm really happy to have one more young, smiling Indian with us today, part of the Voice of the Young series. Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Right now, we have with us Shrishti Gupta. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Shrishti.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged for having me here. And it's really a good initiative started by you for the youth. As we already know, India has the highest percentage of the youngsters, and it really helps them in knowing what others are doing and like learning from them. And I feel that such insightful initiatives really help in broadening the horizon of the youth and of the thinking of their minds. And like we are the future, so that's why. And such platform helps providing like to learn more and what the people where the people come from. So now talking about myself, I am from Himachal Pradesh and I am pursuing economics honors from St. Bede's College, Shimla. I am currently in second year, and yeah, so like why I thought to do economics. So I had interests in social sciences from the very starting of my like learning process, education, and like specifically I had interests in mathematics. I liked to play with numbers and like numbers really attracted me. So this was an aspect that why I like had interest in economics. And yeah, so like um, indulging in economics has really led to like know more about like what India is doing and the um to start to participate in the internships. As in my LinkedIn profile too, I have done 2 to 3 internships, and currently I am a subject matter expert with the company, which is under SHEG, which is like problem solving website. And I'm a subject matter expert there under the field of economics and finance. So this is about me.
Okay, it's wonderful. Well, what's college life like in Shimla? Not many of us are in Shimla. So tell us what college life is like there.
Like what I personally feel, it is like a bit of a shell. Like I previously after my 12th, like I appeared for IPMAT, which is an integrated course with the IIMs, but I could not make into it. And Shimla is like uh, the St. Bede's College. It is a 200 years old college, and it is a girls' college. So coming from a co-ed to the girls was a bit struggle, but now seeing so much women and empowered women, so it really brings some kind of motivation. But I feel like I wanted to be into a central university, but I gave appeared for common university entrance test but could not make into it. So I look further to get into a central university. And Shimla, like it's like more of beauty, more of hills, and like people coming from different places are much into that stuff. So I want like people, like competitive people who are into like what they want to do into life. So like want to uh get crack that shell. So it is like that. But it is a wonderful college. It is under Himachal Pradesh University.
Okay. So what were your thoughts specifically in 11th and 12th about, what kind of courses you said you were into mathematics, but mathematics is not the same as economics. It could lead to so just tell us about it and maybe give some advice to young people who are still in 11th and 12th.
Okay, in 11th and 12th, like in 10th, I was very clear that I want to go for commerce with maths. And commerce, like everyone has a dilemma after 12th where to choose like BCom or BBA or economics. So I found interest in accounts, but it was like I wanted to be into a central university and get into like BCom from a very nice, like a very university that provides you too much opportunities. But then I thought about and I looked, I searched, I surfed through the internet, and I found that economics is too a great subject. and I ended up choosing economics honors. So I really find it a good subject, and as we can see that there are much opportunities now in economics, and it is India of startups and entrepreneurship. So it really brings towards my mind also that I want to, after my bachelor's or after my master's in economics, I look further for entrepreneurship, and in stuff like where where the demand is more of the product, like which product is demanded more. And yeah, so like I look forward for that stuff.
Okay, so you said you've done internships or something. What are your sort of fun activities?
The fun activities that I really like are like I'm into basketball, and like not that much, but yeah. And also I'm into an organization, NCC, National Cadet Corps. So that also attracts, and it is like of my zone. I really like spending my time into it. Like being into that stuff. So NCC is something that, and like I have attended camps. One of the camp was in Himachal itself. It was in Karsog, Mandi district. And I also want to attend more camps, which is the Republic Day camps. And currently also we had our RDC in January. So it is a state RDC also, and the national level RDC also, which
What's
is held in
RDC?
Republic Day camp, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. That's coming up. All right, good. So you'll attend those, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, like, it is, it is at the state level also, and the national level also. And I've also attended international Independence Day camp. Like it was at the state level.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And any travel in India that you have done or hope to do?
Yeah, I have I hope to travel like the eastern side, and I have traveled Kashmir, Srinagar area, and the Dal Lake and all that stuff. So that really fascinates me. Traveling too fascinates.
Okay. Any advice you have for young people?
For the young people, I would really advise that you should look forward to opportunities, and there are so much like areas a person can look into through the internet, and there are many certified courses one can do, and the internships that are provided, it really uh, helps in attracting one the resume what you are doing. And yes, also one should involve into digital work. So I too get involved. I'm too involved in digital arts, Canva. So I like making brochures or attractive campaign stuff. So I do that also. So that really is an work that is the demand of today's world. So one should also get into that. So
Well, that sounds more like what are doing in college. But
yes.
what's your thinking for to people in class 11 and 12? I mean, you've gone through it. Maybe you can give them some tips or ideas.
Yes, for class 11th and 12th, I would suggest that we should not run for the marks only. Like, we should not waste our time running for the marks for the subject courses, for the books which we are studying. We should also uh, like explore more. We should also learn what not just the subjective things we should do. We should also get involved into other stuffs. So that is that helps in broadening, and it helps in enhancing one's skills, and so one could get into more skills.
Okay. What
Yes.
skills have you got into?
I have got into advanced Excel, learning Excel, and the basic Excel too I have learned, and I am into a course, vocabulary course, and also learned certain languages, French, and I'm currently learning Japanese. So I want to, yeah. So yeah. So that is.
So obviously you spend a lot of your time learning things, right?
Yes, because we are in a winter break this January, so I am trying to learn more and more, which I can do.
All right.
So,
Anything else you want to tell us?
so this was like since I'm in second year only, so this was the things which I have gone through and which I like to wanted to share.
Okay, so you have any questions for me? I've asked you questions. I'm asking you. You have a question for me?
So like what made you have interest in economics and what you look further it as a subject, like what can it be broadened as? So
Okay.
if
You know, I was a young person too many years ago. Okay. What happened then is completely out of date now. Okay. So things have changed so much that whatever experience or interests or views of those days are basically irrelevant. Okay. So there's no point in talking about why I chose economics. It's just a waste of time. It has, you have to first explain what life was like back then, and no one today who's young can understand that. Let me just say that it was completely different. Our main objective in life was to find a pen that did not leak so that we could write the exam. Okay.
yeah.
It's completely, forget it. Okay. But as for the subject, I think it's booming all over the world, and it gives you very good training, you know as an undergraduate. It gives you very good training at thinking logically, thinking precisely, because the subject is taught very mathematically. So you learn to go through precise thinking. You learn to go through what are the assumptions that I'm making. Everybody's making some assumptions. Only in economics it's very explicit. It's out there. Look, this is, and it gives you really an insight into many things. Of course, it doesn't explain social issues, culture, and so on, but it does give you a very good training in thinking about. People think it's all theory, but actually it's all about the real world. And you learn to understand what's happening in the real world, how to change it, and so on. So I think it's not a very practical subject, in the sense that if you become an engineer or a doctor, that's much more practical. But it has very good potential to train your mind to think. And it's a training that many employers want.
Yes, so
Right, so they don't really care about exactly which of the subjects you chose within economics as such, but you got through a good college, you got through the marks, you studied hard, you learned how to think. Not so much, the Indian education's not so much on thinking yet. It's a little bit more on rote learning, but it's a very good way to develop your own views of the world and to think about, learn to actually think. And it also, like, you have learned to learn on your own. Okay, you've learned. I mean, I'm sure the college doesn't teach you basic Excel and advanced Excel. No, you learned it on your own, right? And that's a key thing, I think, for people like you today, that you learn to learn on your own, because the world is changing around you all the time. And what they teach you in courses or in college, like ChatGPT has changed everything.
yes, sir.
And that's just the start. Okay. That's just the start. So you've got to be alert and nimble, which I think you are, because you're taking advantage of different things. And so it's a very good way for you to be. I see no reason why you shouldn't do what you're doing. It's good. You're learning Japanese, you're learning French. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to speak French to anyone in India. And even in France now, a lot of people know English. So,
Yes,
but it's, of course, in Japan it's different. Not many people know English, so it's good. But I'm happy with what you are doing. That's what I would say.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other question you have or anything else you want to talk about?
So this was like what I wanted to talk about.
Okay, great. All right. So good. So thank you so much, Shrishti, for being here. It's really a pleasure to talk to young people. And sometimes they say, "Oh, I am young. What have I done?" I said, "No, you are not. You are young, that's for sure. But what you have done is you have got yourself in a very good state of mind. You've got yourself into a good college. You are in a learning mode. You are in an experimenting mode. You're going to camps and this and that. And that's not just what you are doing, but I hope is also a signal to younger people in 11th and 12th who are still inside their homes and family and so on, that this is what works. So this is why I want to talk to young people like you of your age. Okay, so let's end it here. Maybe we'll catch up with you in a year to see how you're doing and
Yes.
see how life has changed you in 1 year. Okay, so let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back
Yes.
with another young person or an expert soon. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.